covering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Happy Monday, volleyball fans. We are here from the prep. The PSL Championship match is taking place here at Wayne State University. Alongside Kia Chambers, Tom Cavanaugh. We're set for two today, Kia. It's the consolation game to start. We have Academy of Americas they've only been a school since 2014, 2015 at the high school level. So for them to get to this point, they're taking on Detroit Western, who was in this contest last year, fell to Detroit Mumford. But it's good to see Western back, and Academy of Americas getting to this point as well under head coach Alexandra Klein.
Sounds like a good game that we're going to have here to start off. Both of the teams have competed well throughout the season, so we'll see what they have today in that consolation game to see who's going to take over third place.
And Academy of Americas, in the PSL, they've played 5 more matches. They're 8-7 overall in the PSL. They lost to Renaissance the other day to get to this consolation game. But for Detroit Western, 8-2. They played, as I mentioned, 5 less, a little less experience this year in the PSL, but this is a roster that's stacked with juniors and seniors all across the board. We're looking at Melissa Ruiz, Yasmin Ramirez, Tanaya Whitehead, Sherilyn Lucas, and many others. I mean, this Western team, they're built for this under head coach Destiny Finch, and they've been in this spot before looking to pick up a win in the consolation.
Yeah, they definitely got to be hungry to at least win another consolation game.
Our officials for today's match, Michael Hunt, Bertha Smiley, Gary Jackson, and Eric Law. Jackson and Law will be our line judges. On the up is Michael Hunt, and the down judge, Bertha Smiley. We're all set to go here. Game 1, folks. Game 2, it's going to be our championship between Cass Tech and Renaissance. A very traditional matchup between those two that we see almost every single year in this game. Ramona Cox, Lewis Mitchell. We'll have that around 7 o'clock.
Yep, and it looks like the teams are just getting in here now to watch some of their fellow PSL volleyball members play in their consolation match. It's good that they can come out to support their teammates within the PSL.
It was Detroit Western who fell to Cass the other day as well. It's the second straight year Detroit Western's in this consolation game. Lost in 3 sets to Mumford at Mumford High last year. And Renaissance, they took the championship, a 3-0 sweep, and that's what they did earlier this season to Cass. So head coach Lewis Mitchell in his 35th year, I mean, he's looking for another title. But we'll get to that later. This is a big match right here between Americas and Western.
Yep. Looks like they're getting things settled before the game go ahead and starts. Got the first serve ball going over to Academy of Americas.
Their starters for today, senior Tina Bustamante, Yaslin Nicasio Rivera, another senior, Elisa Torres Rodriguez, a freshman, Maria Diesla, 2 freshmen in this starting rotation for Americas, and then Iris Nicasio Rivera, another senior, and May Aro, a sophomore. On the Western side, it's Yasmin Ramirez, Melissa Ruiz, Tanaya Whitehead, Sherilyn Lucas, Stephanie Salazar, and Kenya Zamudio. Ruiz going to be the setter. Top hitter is Lucas. And that middle blocker, Yasmin Ramirez. Take a look here at the starters for Academy of Americas. You got Mayaro, the blocker, and that's big when you're a sophomore in a big spot, being able to be in that top blocker position. We're all set to go here just about 10 minutes after our prompted start time of 5:30. They needed to turn on a few extra fans in here before we got started, Kia.
Yeah, it is very hot in the building, and I'm sure with the game going on, it's going to be even hotter.
Yeah, as more people file in, you're not wrong there. Academy Americas, they'll serve first. It'll be Iris Nicasio Rivera from the left to right across your screen. PSL consolation first up. Then we got the championship between Renaissance and Cass.
All right, first whistle of the game.
Wayne State University, perfect place to play, and it's going to be a service error to start it off. America's then able to get it over to open up our contest.
Yeah, and especially to start off the game of this nature. They're young. This is their first time here in a while, so they're probably pretty nervous.
Yeah. Playing a bigger gym than usual. I mean, this is a Division II, Division I type of caliber place, what this game's being played at right now. Towards the front of the net is Melissa Ruiz. She gets it over. And America's finds themselves down 2-0 very early on, unable to convert.
Sometimes you just got to get that ball over the net and get it in. We've got the serve up, and there's a pass. Iris with the set.
Far corner over there for Kenya Zamudio. Nice back row hit. Gets it over towards that back of the Americas, and they return it on a free ball. Two-hand dump towards that back corner. Kept in the air. One more chance for Academy to get it over, and they do.
Chasing that ball down, they get it back into the court, and a good reset. That's a good free ball.
The overpass is knocked away. Iris Nicasio Rivera sends it back tumbling towards the baseline. 3-0 Western early in our first set.
Yep. And it looks like we're going to get a lot of hustle out of both teams. They're chasing balls down, getting balls up that otherwise may have touched the floor.
Western to serve towards that back line. Here comes a bump set to bring it over Yasleen Nicasio Rivera.
Got a good swing there.
Sherilyn Lucas. This touches the net. Violation on Western. It's now 3-1.
But I like the aggressiveness, though, to go up and actually take that ball over as opposed to trying to play it up. Take it on the first every time.
There's Maria Diesla on the service. Setting it up quickly for Lucas, and it's dug out. Well done by Diesla.
Sister to sister.
Tanaya Whitehead tried for the middle of the defense there. Now it's Rivera outside the line. Point Western. Nice cross-court attempt there. Just could not fit it in the zone.
Yep. Sometimes when you go inside the court, you don't have as much cross to swing on.
Especially when you're trying to shoot that low, short corner. You go for that back corner, you got a little more room to work with. But.
Yep. Ball's up. They're in trouble. They'll just send a free ball over to reset.
Western setting towards that back line. Going to have to pop it over. Another free ball. One on each side here in this rally. Another one for the Americas. Here comes a bump set. Towards the outside. Zamudio tries the two-hand dump in, and a net violation on Academy of Americas. Western dominating early.
Yep. And right now it just seems like Academy of Americas is doing it to themselves.
It's been a lot of free balls and unforced errors. And here's one from Western. Service error from Sherilyn Lucas.
All right. Let's see if they can get something going here with May Arrow going back to serve.
Sherilyn Lucas on your screen was also a PSL championship in women's soccer last season at the end of the spring. Got to see them take on Cass and win. And there's a short service again from Academy. That's 3 now service errors, 2 on the Americas. They're down by 3 or 4. That could turn into 7, 8, 9 points very early with those unforced errors.
Yeah, I always like to say if you can't get the ball in on your serve, there's no way you're going to win the game.
Western on the side out currently dominating. There's Lucas trying to shoot the pin, and it's back and forth right now. Nobody able to get it over.
That's something you got to focus on, serves, both sides. Even when you got a lead, you got to focus on your serving.
That was the junior Tanaya Whitehead, leaving it a little bit short up against the antenna. 6-3, Western on top, first set. It's a sharp service. Two-hand in the middle, free ball, Lucas. She'll first touch. Now it's Jasmine Ramirez who leaves it over near that America's bench. They get one back.
And that serve is deep.
7-4 Western, first set. They were swept in this same spot last year at Detroit Mumford against Mumford. Trying to right the ship here this year in 2024. Good service towards that back corner of Americas. They get it over the libero, Emily Alvarez. Quick set from Ruiz towards the middle.
Oh, Setter with the tip.
It'll be Nicasio Rivera. Sends it over.
May Arrow with the dig.
Elisa Torres-Rodriguez. She's dug out quickly. Well done from Western. That was number 1, Yasmin Ramirez. Ball stays in the air. Free balls all over the place. Bustamante pops it over. Trying to find that short seam, and she does. Yasmin Ramirez picks up a kill.
And that was a good volley back and forth, though, them keeping the ball in play, and somebody finally got it down.
It seems like that's going to be a point of emphasis in this match because we don't see too many girls. I think 5'6", 5'7" is the tallest girl on the floor at the moment. So it's tough for them to get head and shoulders above the net to allow a strong swing down. It's going to be a lot of free balls and limiting the self-inflicted wounds. Elisa Torres-Rodriguez is blocked by the tape as she goes for a swing. Western 1 point away from being the first to 10. It'll be Zamudio.
Oh.
Out of play. Was there a touch? No.
Nope, no touch. Just too deep. Sometimes it's a swing and a miss.
You'd much rather leave it deep than short in front of the tape there for sure. At least it gives them a chance because you saw May Aro right there, for Americas. Nearly go and tip that ball. She just missed it and it was out of play.
Yep, exactly.
Trying to go for that corner. Ooh. Well done. What a play. Western. It looked like it was going to be a bump set. Instead, she shoots the back corner. Let's look at it one more time.
Drops right in the corner.
Couldn't have placed it any better than that.
Yep, you always want things to go deep just in case they're in. You hope that the team goes back there. Oh.
And a deep service for the second in a row. Western misses, and it's now 10-6. They're controlling this game partly because Academy of America is making too many service error mistakes. They're not putting enough pressure on Western to try to come back and cut that lead lower.
Yep, they've been unable to go on a run because of their serving.
Shaylin Lucas drops it in. Academy's not going to get it over. 11-6. Well done from Shaylin Lucas.
Looks like that was a double contact. She played it once and played it up to herself and had no choice but to touch it again.
Serving towards that short corner, Delana Garcia.
Oh,
two-hand dump is
setter
out of
dump.
play. That was the right play. Out of position were the Western Cowgirls there. It was that far side short corner that was open. Just missed by a little did Iris Nicasio Rivera. And it's been both sides here, Kia. Neither able to really establish a strong service as another error comes up for the Cowgirls.
Yep, but neither of the teams either are taking advantage of those missed serves.
That's a good point. It's a really good point. Here comes Nicasio Rivera to serve. Gets it over clean. Ruiz, she tries to dump it towards that back line. Running start for Nicasio Rivera. Not the best bump set towards that far corner. Free balls galore at the moment. Ruiz sets it right back. This one gets a piece of tape and a finger on the partial block. And there goes Western, hammering it home. Tanaya Whitehead. Wow.
Nice aggressive swing from that junior middle.
When you have those overpasses right at the other side of the net, it's too easy for that middle hitter there in Tanaya Whitehead to hammer that home. So when you do allow those free balls, they got to be on the back row to avoid that.
Yep, definitely.
13-7, commanding lead in the first set for Western, and they're going to double up the score. 14-7, that's out of play.
Another swing just long for Academy of Americas.
It was May Aro, outside hitter. And another strong service. Melissa Ruiz, the senior setter, leaves it deep. If
AOA could just get a little run from these missed serves, whether it be 2 or 3 points in a row, they may be able to change the momentum.
Shaylin Lucas bump set towards the middle. AOA got to get it over here. They do. It's Elisa Torres-Rodriguez. Now Zamudio trying to go for that short corner. There's the free ball again on the short side of the net. And Kenya Zamudio finishes.
What do I even go for this?
15-8 and a service ace. Sherilyn Lucas comes up clutch, pinning it to the middle of the defense.
And it looks like Academy of Americas is calling the timeout. Pretty good time to figure out what's going on with the girls, see if they can get them back on track.
We'll step aside, be back in 45, 16-8. Detroit Western doubling up AOA here in our PSL consolation match on the Prep.
Take a look at us right now. We are everything that will be. We are an engine of progress that has been forged by generations, driven by the knowledge that each student in every classroom has the potential to be their best self and inspire us all. We are teachers, parents, families, all ready to do our part. We know when students rise, we all rise. We are Detroit Public Schools Community District.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Alongside Kia Chambers, Tom Cavanaugh here from the PSL Championship Constellation match. Academy of Americas taking on Detroit Western, and Western, after getting the service ace from Sherilyn Lucas, who will serve once more, they have themselves a 16-8 lead in set one.
Let's see how Academy of Americas comes out after that timeout. Oh, that ball was in.
Great call from our line judge over there. That was Gary Jackson on the corner. And Sherilyn Lucas right there, I mean, good court vision, thought that was out of play, but just landed on in. And when you're playing on a new court, a new surface like this, when it's that green and that white just completely different, it's going to take you at least one set to really get your feet under you and know the court well.
Definitely. Even the lighting in the gym can make a difference with things. Oh, nice touch from number 1, Jasmine Ramirez.
Running start, unable to get it over. Yaslin Nicasio-Rivera, the senior. 17-9's your score. Tanaya Whitehead will serve for Detroit Western.
Looks like we got a sub coming in. Looks like number six is out, and number 14 is in.
Stephanie Salazar will take a seat into the game. Delana Garcia. High first touch. Here comes the set, a little bit behind Nicasio-Rivera, but she finds it over. Here comes the setup for Zamudio. In the air, back row. Got to get it over Tina Bustamante. And could have been out of play, but a chance for Melissa Ruiz to make a play, and she bats it out of play.
And that's why sometimes you just got to keep that ball in play and let the other side make the mistakes.
I think that's what AOA needs to do right now, is find those soft spots in the defense. It doesn't look like they're going to have super strong swings and big attacks. They got to try to find the defense off balance and find those soft spots.
Definitely. That'll win a game every time.
Just like that right there, point AOA. Looks like a double touch there from Yasmin Ramirez.
Yep.
Kenya Zamudio was second to grab it, but didn't matter at that point. 17-11. Here comes Nicasio-Rivera, and another service error. Point goes to Western. Cowgirls, coached by Destiny Finch-Goimbert in her 5th season. Graduated Southfield Lathrop High School and Kentucky State University. Trying to take 3rd place in the PSL. We'll have Cass and Renaissance after this. And once again, Jasmine Ramirez cannot find that back corner. She's tried for that a few times, and it's worked once, but back-to-back times now has just been a little far.
Yep, and that time is good by May Arrow. She actually follows it to the back line, and it goes out.
So now Detroit Western will call a timeout as it moved from a 8-point lead to now just 6.
Probably just want to making sure that they know what the goal is, make sure that they finish out the game without giving AOA a chance to come back.
See America's over there. Nadine Barrow, Dion Cohens, the assistant coaches for Alexandria Klein in her first season. It's been really impressive for this Academy of America's squad to be here. Started as a high school in 2014, 2015, and then every year they grabbed a new grade, I guess. So they started freshmen in 2014, and then et cetera, turned out in 2018 to be a 4-year high school. In just 6 short years of being a 4-year high school, you're in the PSL championship game battling against teams like Renaissance, Cass, Detroit Western, the upper echelon of Detroit athletics, and it's really impressive that they're in this spot here at Wayne.
Yep, and that says a lot, too, about their dedication. They're out and practicing, working hard, trying to get better to get to this spot.
Alexandra Klein, we mentioned, special education teacher at Academy of Americas, graduated Novi High School and a Michigan State grad. Go green. It's that back corner. 18-12 is your score, first set. Trying for that tough swing was Bustamante. Got a partial block from Western. They got to get it over. There's Zamudio. Little top spin. What a dig. Nice play from Nicasio Rivera. Western scrambling for it. Got to get it over on this third touch. Sherilyn Lucas does.
Okay, tight ball. Let's see what happens.
A little bit of a joust at the net. It was a bit of an overpass, and Delana Garcia finishes.
I think she may be one of the tallest ones in the game that
100%.
we have.
At 5'7", I don't see anybody on my scorecard here that's any taller. So, I mean, in the future match, we'll see later on, we'll see some 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot. But here between these two teams, that's a huge advantage to have the 5'7" girl. And it's better to be lucky than good sometimes because that service ace just crawled over the tape.
Yep, the let serve.
Genesis Regoza will serve once more after the ace.
Sometimes you get that little extra spin and it just topples right over.
Strong serve off the hands.
They're chasing it down. Oh, she's able to keep it back in play. Nice hustle play.
Libero Emily Alvarez gets that first touch. Now getting it over Bustamante. Out of play. 21-12, nearing the end of set number 1. Detroit Western all over it. And Western's done a really nice job so far of putting the pressure on Americas, but also it's been the unforced errors from AOA that has led to this wide 9-point margin.
Definitely. And Western is playing pretty well at the net. When they're giving them a tight ball, they're being aggressive and swinging at it.
Service error coming from Western. Gives it right back to AOA, trailing by 8 first set. It's traditional best 3 out of 5. Played a 25 win by 2. That 5th set will go to 15 win by 2. It's a setup from Melissa Ruiz. Gives it over to Garcia. And
nice
miscommunication.
Hate to see it when the ball goes up and no one goes for it.
You saw Garcia get it over. The first touch came from Bustamante, and everybody just locking eyes, not locking on the volleyball. 22-13. Western gets it over quickly, and the two-hand dump will work. Sherilyn Lucas
still up.
There's Alvarez, and unable to get it over is Aro. Discombobulated play on the AOA side. They executed perfectly to start, but once that ball came back over, it was pinballing around on them.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to send it over on that second try instead of trying to set up a hitter so you can get that ball in play and everybody else can reset on your side.
May Aro misses that far corner on the near side. It's set point 24-13. Western on top.
Yeah, they got to do something, AOA. Their hitters got to start getting in the rhythm, maybe doing some roll shots or tipping just to get the ball in until they're more comfortable.
And Detroit Western going to take set number 1 a little bit deep on the roll shot. 25-13 is your score at the end of the first set. Detroit Western, who lost this match being swept last year to Detroit Mumford. They got the upper hand early on. Stick around, folks. Gia Chambers, Tom Cavanaugh from the PSL Championship consolation match here on The Prep.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC. First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Supino Pizzeria, your go-to destination for New York-style pizza. Visit our flagship located in the historic Eastern Market or on Woodward and Milwaukee at your new center location. Come by for a slice at Supino Pizzeria. Kia Chambers, Tom Cavanaugh from the PSL on the prep. We got our consolation match underway. It's 1-0 Western. They took set 1, 25-13. Kia, what does AOA have to do to play a more competitive second set? Because that was a 12-point differential at the end of one.
So 2 big things. First thing is making sure that they're getting their serve over, enabling them to possibly get a run. And then number 2, they got to keep the ball in play. One too many times there's miscommunications between players, or they may not even send that third ball over. That's an automatic point for the other team. So you got to make sure you send that ball over and in the other side of the court.
There's too many service errors, or errors in general, from Academy Americas. And obviously they are a young program. When you look at the two sides, I mean, you have 5 or 6 seniors for Detroit Western and mostly juniors on their roster. I'm sorry, they have 2 or 3 seniors, 8 or 9 juniors. When you look at Academy of Americas, they have 5 seniors, and the rest are mixed in between freshmen and sophomores. So besides that core group of veterans, it's a pretty young group.
Yep, and Western coming back here from last season still have some experience. They've played at this caliber type of game, so they may be playing more loose than AOA has as well.
Especially without one freshman on that Western team. So there is not one girl on this team that did not play in a PSL championship constellation. All of them were here last season.
And sometimes that makes a big difference.
Nearly an overpass. Getting it over, though, was Iris Nicasio Rivera. She'll get it back for the set. Give it to Mayaro. And she's a little bit short on the tape.
That's all right. That's a good swing. The ball was passed well. It was a good set. You just got to shake that off.
I was going to ask, is that more on the set or the timing of when she was going to approach that ball?
More so about the timing of when she catches the ball.
Iris again on the bump set and able to get it over Mayaro. Free ball here for the Cowgirls. All over it was Aro. It's the overpass on the second touch, and Tanaya Whitehead comes up just a little bit short, trying to bat that down.
Yep, sometimes as a middle you have to learn whether to swing or whether to kind of go hand, 2-hand block, push, tip. So that's probably one she should have been at the net and played with 2 hands.
Great serve from Aro, and that's going to fall in. Excuse me. That was Iris Nicasio Rivera and Tina Bustamante on that backside there. And I mean, great dig to start from Western. Just nobody was there for that second touch as it grazed up on the net.
Let's see if she's got another one in her.
First one was perfect. Second one falls short. And we're tied up even 2 apiece to open up set 2. Remember, folks, later on, 7 o'clock, maybe a little bit after 7, we'll have the championship between Cass Tech and Renaissance. That will be on a different link at this same Prep Sports Media channel. It's a service ace for Western going out of play off the hands of Alvarez.
Got to make sure that you get your body behind it. Can't just stick your angle out, especially on a hard serve like that.
Shaylin Lucas once again. She has 2 service aces already tonight, and Tanaya Whitehead comes up big that time. She missed the last one, wasn't going to miss that one.
Yeah, Whitehead has been very aggressive tonight. That's probably about the 3rd or 4th overpass that she's attacked.
She's all over right there. Rolls on the tape a little bit, but AOA unable to get there as it pinballs around on them.
As a coach, that's how you want it.
Lucas towards that back line. Alvarez gets a quick touch. Got to get it over here is Iris. She will. Zamudio sets it up. 2-hand dump towards the middle. Calling for it will be Yasleen.
Got the sets up. Oh.
Whitehead a little short that time. Good set from Alyssa Ruiz, just could not finish.
And the game is still close. It's still really early in the game. It's 3-4. No momentum on either side. Both teams have got a chance.
Ruiz another setup. This time coming over at Delana Garcia. 4-3 is your score. On top is Western.
Seems like now AOA is playing better defense. They're getting more balls up that they're attacking, that Western's attacking.
Spread the defense definitely.
Yep.
Across the floor a little better. May Aro gets it over on the free ball towards the corner, and that's Tanaya Whitehead in that time for AOA. They just drew in too close to the net, and that was an easy drop on the back.
Yep, it looks like anything that's within that 3 feet off the net, she's attacking.
The last 6 to 7 feet of the court right there, nobody was around. That was an easy play for Tanaya to drop a little bit of topspin. 5-3, Cowgirls on top, set 2. They lead this thing 1-0.
Good serve over from Whitehead.
Zamudio had that first bump. Now they get it over in 2. Running forward is Yasleen Nicasio Rivera. Lucas towards the middle. Good rally here.
See who's going to stop it. Another good swing.
Calling for it, Zamudio, 2-hand to the middle, diving on the play, and out of bounds. Iris Nicasio Rivera, great dig, just could not keep it in play.
And that's very smart of Kenya Zamudio. She saw how deep they were playing, and she sent that tip. And she even did a good one, went all the way to the line, told her teammates it was out, so nobody had a chance of playing it.
Tanaya Whitehead to serve. Detroit Western in their white jerseys with the maroon sleeves. All navy with the baby blue letters for AOA. Got to get it over the head. Elise Torres Rodriguez. Here's a set from Zamudio. And a roll shot from Garcia, a little bit too far.
And that's okay. You'll swing some out. You'll swing some into the net.
And that time, AOA was much deeper defensively, so it did not give Garcia a ton of room to drop it in like we saw from Whitehead a few points ago. And that's a credit to the America's defense right there.
Yep.
There's a bump set towards that back line. Again, dug out by Mayaro. Here's 2 from Zamudio to the middle.
And
2-hand dump.
She gets him with that tip every single time. I wonder if they're going to adjust or if they're going to allow her to keep doing the same thing.
Just placed it perfect in the donut.
Always one of the weaker spots when you're playing volleyball.
Unable to get it over on the 3rd touch. The 2 twins. It was Yasleen who had that 2nd touch, sent it back farther from the net. And unable to get there was Iris. Drawing a little farther away here in set 2, 8-4. Detroit Western make it 9-4. Yasleen can't corral that service ace.
From Melissa Ruiz. I wonder if now Western's going to start to separate. They got a 5-point lead now.
Over towards the bench of the Americas, out of play, back towards the seats here at Wayne State University, and it's back-to-back aces. Controlling this one in set 2 are the Western Cowgirls.
Yep, back-to-back game. Looks like Western is now starting to pull away.
Quick set here for Yasleen. and it's going to be a point for Western. Break that one down for us, Kia.
So it looks like when AOA sent it over, it went outside the antenna.
That's what it was.
So every time it's outside the antenna, line judge will call that and point for the other team.
Our partner Kia Chambers, the head coach in her 3rd season with Henry Ford College of Region 12 in the NJCAA. Out of play goes Emily Alvarez, just a tad bit deep on the free ball. It's now 12-4, tripling up their total are the Cowgirls, and we'll take a timeout.
Yep, got to call a timeout. 8-point lead now. We're starting to make those unforced errors again.
Western pulling away in set 2. They got a 1-0 lead here in the PSL Consolation on the Prep. We'll be right back.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
Four second set. Troy Western serving, and they're on top. Kia Chambers, Tom Cavanaugh. Here from Wayne State University on the Prep. Second touch from Yasleen. Once again, out of play. AOA is getting there. The accuracy is off.
Yeah, their balls are going out to the outside of the court. They're just not angled into the court when they're passing the ball. Or either they got to get their body behind it so that even if they do shank it, one of their teammates is able to recover.
Something you see a lot of times on blocks and when the ball tools off the hands and goes out of play, but it's more so here on the free balls and the second touches that they're trying to get over.
Definitely.
Melissa Ruiz finds it over for Western there. Lucas gives it to Zamudio. Here's a setup on the back row hit towards the corner, out of play. Melissa Ruiz had a chance at it, the solo senior on this team.
And it looks like AOA has done a better job of getting deeper on their defense so that they're actually at the line to watch it go out.
Third touch got to get over. May Aro for AOA has it. Now it's Elise Torres-Rodriguez, dug out by Whitehead. Western on the attack. Nice dig right there from Yasleen. Torres-Rodriguez one more time on a free ball. Two-hand from Zamudio to the short corner is picked up. Alvarez had it. 13-6 your score, second set. Roll shot towards the back, out of play.
Great job watching that back line.
Melissa Ruiz tried to fit that one in.
And it's just a little deep, but you got two AOA players going back there at that line and having that court awareness to know if it's waist high to let it fly.
Traylon Lucas to that short corner, gets it over. Nice dig from Alvarez.
Oh, we got a block touch. Nice defense. Oh, miscommunication.
A little too close to the net. Unable to pick it up were the Cowgirls, and they're going to talk about it now.
Yep, they're within 5 now. Seems like Coach Finch Goinbert doesn't want them to get any momentum on their side, so she's stopping it before they get too close.
13-8's your score, and at the break, Kia, we were talking, obviously you're head coach over at Henry Ford, just down the road in Dearborn, not too far, but recruiting around this area, something that you probably have to do all around as it's a 2-year junior college university.
Yeah, definitely. We are kind of recruiting all the time because we're still in season now, a lot of it. We go to tournaments. We come here. We were actually at the News Herald tournament this past weekend recruiting. And then we watch a lot of the district tournaments. So myself and my assistant coaches are actually here now looking to see if we got any girls in the PSL that can come and play for us next year. Definitely some here on this floor, and later in our championship game, there's going to be several more that we'll see. Renaissance, the defending PSL champions. Cass Tech looking for some revenge. It's the classic rematch of Ramona Cox and Lewis Mitchell, head coaches of their respective programs. Out of the timeout, AOA's got the serve. It's Yasleen Nicasio Rivera.
Shaylin Lucas to roll one to the middle. Two-hand shot right there on the tip from Iris. She's going to set it up this time as it was blocked back. Towards the corner, in play. Lucas and Whitehead, watch it sit down for a point for the Americas.
Yep, and sometimes you just don't know who's going to go, especially when they drop in the corner like that.
That's a similar situation from what we saw with Academy not too long ago, just being a little bit creeping up on the floor and leaving that back line open.
Yep. And Nazasco Ramirez has a great serve. Hopefully they'll be able to keep it. She can disrupt the offense.
Iris Nicasio Rivera, two-hand tip to the middle, off the blocker's hands. And it's a brand new ball game, 13-10. A little bit of a run here for AOA.
They've been able to protect a good serve.
Yasleen will serve, it's an ace! 5 straight points for Academy of Americas. Yasleen Nicasio Rivera, one more time, take a look at it.
Oh.
He's out of position. Lucas's body was coming towards the short side and it was headed far.
Now they're getting their serves in. You see they're within 2 now. Sometimes all it takes is to get a couple good serves, get that momentum going. Kenya Zamudio with the tip over.
They had to find their footing in the first set, and they're picking it up here. Torres Rodriguez towards the middle. Whitehead can't get there.
Looks like Torres Rodriguez is getting hot. She wasn't swinging like that in the first set.
Beautiful
right over
top
the
spin.
block. Yep.
Another sharp serve. This one's out of play. We're tied up at 13 apiece. How about this run from AOA? My goodness.
Since that timeout, I think they've gone on about a 5-point run to tie the game.
Nicasio Rivera gets it over. Scrambling for it, Zamudio. Got to get it over here. They do. AOA back on the offensive, scrambling for it. That's going to be 3 out of play. Western finally gets one back and they retake a lead.
But no big deal. AOA should still be nice and calm. They've gotten back even though they've been down 1 point away.
Yasmin Ramirez will check in out of the contest. Elena Garcia. Garcia to serve. Check that, I'm sorry, it was Ramirez to serve. Two-hand from Zamudio towards that 10-foot line. And now a hit towards the back from Elisa Torres Rodriguez.
Nice set. Lucas, good swing.
Up in front. Unable to get it over. Hitting the antenna was Torres Rodriguez, the freshman. And she's been great today, especially in her first PSL championship consolation match.
Yep, if she's a freshman, they got a few more years out of her. And it's good to have that experience. Playing in a game like this your freshman year.
2 of the freshmen making a big impact. Here comes another one. Maria Diesla has now checked on as Emily Alvarez takes a seat.
Let's see if she can get going.
Back and forth, second set, 15-14. Detroit Western, they took set number 1, 25-13. Much different result here in number 2 so far. The service is in on the corner. Tied up once more. And this is just a lack of court vision from Western. We've seen it about 3 times so far early in this contest.
Yep, now it's a race to 10, we like to call it. First team to make 10 points wins the set.
Yeah, you got to simplify the game a little bit, think in those 5 to 10 point increments.
Definitely.
That's how you win the game.
Forgetting about what happened before. Got a good swing.
Just rolled on top of the tape. Zamudio, the second touch, and Lucas on the free ball.
Got a nice set. Good swing.
Whitehead there for the dig. Now it's Lucas towards that far corner cross court. Two-hand to the middle. Iris Nicasio Rivera, she is all over it right now on that third touch, finding the middle with 2 hands.
Yep, and got a dig from Jasleen Nicasio Rivera. Good dig off that big swing from Lucas.
Another timeout from Western, 16-15. AOA has their first lead since early on in set number 2.
Your Catholic faith, it's at the core of who you are, what you do, and the decisions you make. At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we make your faith and finances work together. From home needs to business needs, from school to retirement, we've got the financial well-being of our Catholic community covered. Visit us today and see how your faith and finances can work together. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
No.
Coach Dion Cowens, assistant here for AOA under Alexandra Klein. Their squad's got a little bit of a run going here. They're trailing by 5 early in set 2. And they had a 1-point lead for a moment, not so long anymore, 16-16. It's been back and forth, though, this entire second set, Kia.
Yep. As a coach, I want to give Destiny Finch-Gumbut a coach point. When you call a timeout, then the other team misses their serve, you got to give yourself some credit.
Yeah, just waiting around, kind of like icing a kicker in football. A little bit strong on the service. 16 all. We played a 25 in set number 2 here.
AOA needs to stay composed now, do what they've done to get them here, not starting to make those unforced errors.
And the net played a huge role in that point right there. Maria Diesla comes up a little hobbled, limping on that left ankle at the moment, but just because it hit the tape there, it kind of set everybody out of balance. Timing was way off, 17-16 Western. There goes Diesla. Looks to be just fine. Shaylin Lucas.
She hits that corner every time, but hey, Jaslyn Nazasco Riviera is there to pick it up.
1-point lead for the Cowgirls. This stays in play. Alvarez holds off, picking it up Diesla. Or check that, I'm sorry, it was Bustamante. There's Whitehead sending it towards that back line. Coming over Diesla to the corner, out of play. Not by much.
Yep, looks like initially they wanted to go play it, but they realized how deep they were into the court and just let it go.
Side out comes to Stephanie Salazar on the serve. Touch from Lucas to start things. They get it over on the free ball. Now Diesla, two-hand. Nice dig away right there from Salazar, keeping that up in the air.
Looks like they got a little rally going. Who's going to end it?
Back over to AOA after Diesla sent it over. She's going to have to do it again. Lucas over to Zamudio. Back to Lucas. Trying to find that corner. This time it's deep.
Yep, and that back and forth play, we always want someone to just end that rally sometimes when it goes back and forth. Instead of sending those free balls back, somebody's got to swing.
Seems like the communication and spacing is fine right now for Western. It's when points start to kind of prolong and there's a long rally, Western gets a little impatient, wants to shoot for a corner. That's when they've made their mistakes.
Yep.
18-17 your score. Detroit Western on top by 1. They lead in sets 1-0.
Seems like they're starting to have more trouble with AOA's free balls that they're sending over as well.
Like that one right there. Unable to get there was Michaela Lewis. Tied up again, May Aro with the two-hand dump to the corner.
They are going to make this a good game.
You spoke that into existence right there, kid, because that's perfect. Tina Bustamante, deep service back on the Wayne State block logo behind our back line. And that's the only reason I think in this set AOA does not have a 2, 3, 4-point lead. It's been the service errors. Whenever they're picking up 4 or 5 straight going on a rally, it's deadened quickly because of one of those.
Yep, definitely. If they can just continue to serve through those ruts and just focus on making their serve, they could have ended the set.
There's Mayaro again, trying that same thing she did earlier, and the first touch a little bit too close to the net. It's nearly impossible for that second touch to come back towards the rest of their team when it's pushed up on the net like that.
Especially when the girls don't have much height on either side. It's harder to play above the net.
There goes Iris Nicasio-Rivera and a service ace. 2019 AOA. First to 20 in this second. They're looking to close it out and tie things up at 1 apiece.
Yep. Got to serve consistent. I think last time she made a good serve like that, and then the second one went into the net.
Several adjustments have been made in this second from head coach Alexandra Klein and her squad.
Got another one in.
Zamudio cannot find fair play. Back out towards Bertha Smiley, our down ref.
And that's a nice serve, nice and flat inside the court.
Two-point advantage, AOA wants to take it and tie it.
Got another one.
Shanked off the hands of a Western Cowgirl. AOA now up by 3. I mean, this is sharp. Comes down, doesn't have a lot of spin on it. And those sometimes are the hardest serves to go after.
Yep, it's what we call a float serve. Because they just float in the air. Little out of system play, free ball's over.
Set way out of play.
She tried to keep it in play, though. Sometimes that's all you can do.
Ruiz had to kind of just fist it with the one hand to get it over. But that back set really just too far out of play.
Yep. Now AOA is within 2.
It's been a long service for Iris Nicasio-Rivera, who has been great. And we have set point 24-19. And this match has turned on its head completely.
Yep, her last 3 out of the 4 serves were aces. So she's made a big difference in this game. And hopefully she'll know moving forward that her serves make a difference. Another great serve.
Looked like a 2-touch. Tanaya Whitehead gets it over. Alvarez now to Aro, finds the middle. Zamudio's going to find Sherilyn Lucas. 2-hand dump is good.
Yes.
What a play.
And that's a good time to take it over in 2. First ball goes to the setter. Setter sets the hitter straight up. Hitter's ready to swing. She played it smart by tipping that ball to where they weren't.
Lucas will serve now, and especially when she had been trying to shoot that back far corner 5 or 6 of the last times. Now she switches things up, sees the defense moving, and I mean, that was free.
Yep.
Still set point. AOA trying to take it. It's another point for Detroit Western. They're not going down without a fight.
Yep. Seems like now every time Zamudio sends that 2-hand tip over short, they're unable to recover.
She sees the whole floor, too. Does not favor one spot over the other. And we're 2 points away from a tiebreak.
And then it'll be win by 2. Always got to win by 2 in a volleyball game, so we could go more than 25 at this point.
Yasleen Nicasio-Rivera. And this time, a service ace for Western, 24-23. Back and forth.
Unless AOA gets this side out. Looks like we're going to have more than a 25-point game.
Sherilyn Lucas serving still after her clutch shot to go on a run. Floats one in low. We're tied. 24 apiece. 5 in a row for Western sends this to a tiebreak.
Short serve by Lucas. And just from seeing her play today, if I was coach, that would be who I would want to be on that backline service in this point.
Win by 2 now at 24s. Overpass. Unable to get it over is Western. Oh, my goodness. That was set up for Melissa Ruiz.
But that's a great way to be aggressive at this point in time in the game. To still go and swing big. Just barely hits the tape of the net and then rolls back down.
Not by much. Another half inch or so, and that rolls over. AOA's up by 1. If they take this point, they win the set. And they will. 2 deep. Yasmin Ramirez. Western came all the way back to tie it at 24. And AOA takes the final 2 points, winning the set 26-24. Kia, what'd you like right there?
So I love the way that AOA was able to come back and kind of focus on what they needed to focus on to get the win. So that was a game there. They focused on their serving. They got their 3rd balls over. I think Coach couldn't ask for a better game. Even their freshmen, it seems like one of their freshmen started to get hot throughout the game, and her swings really made a difference.
We'll step aside. Set 3 coming up in a minute. We're tied at 1 apiece between Western and Academy of Americas here on the Prep.
today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Every morning when I rise, my dream lives in me. This is my kingdom, a wonder world that's always changing, where great champions stand victorious. Here, we celebrate what makes us different. We share our creativity, and we grow stronger, preparing for the world we will make together.
I am.
I am one of Detroit's next legends. It's our time to rise.
Set 3 from the PSL Volleyball consolation game between Academy Americas and Detroit Western. Kia Chambers, Tom Cavanaugh, and we're set for a good one. You saw the end of that first set. It was 25-13 Western. They were dominating. And then after set 2, it's a completely different, very even contest. It looked like Western was going to roll in 3, and that's just not the case now.
Yeah, seems like Coach made some adjustments for AOA, and the girls followed through on it. Came out with the win.
She mentioned Alexandra Klein in her first season as the head coach of the academies. Coached at Legacy Volleyball back in 2017. Got a lot of experience not only playing but coaching. She did graduate college from MSU in 2021, so only has been a head coach or a coach at all for a couple of years, but a ton of experience.
Ooh.
Western almost starts it off on the right foot. Instead, it's kept in the air.
Yeah, great dig with the swing from Whitehead.
Sherilyn Lucas finishes with the two-hand dump on the short corner. She did that at the end of set 2. She's going to have to incorporate that much more in set 3 here.
Yep, definitely. So weakness at this point.
It'll be Melissa Ruiz.
Nice pass up to the setter.
May Aro to the middle. And hesitation between Whitehead and Lucas. Neither went for that ball full confidence.
Yep, sometimes you just got to go without looking at your teammate.
There's Coach Klein right there in the gold division of the PSL. Led her team to an 8-7 record. Fell to Renaissance the other day to make this consolation game. Sky-high serve, just sits in. Back row hit. Little topspin, and that's good. AOA I don't think they were ready for that to come over so sharp.
Yeah, way far inside the court. I just don't think they were expecting it to have that much topspin and drop down the way it did.
Alvarez and Bustamante just let that split them right in the middle. Great swing.
Let's see if we can get either teams going on a run or if it'll be even killed like the last set.
Great block in front by Zamudio, and it's a point for Western, as creeping in on the net was Elisa Torres-Rodriguez. 3-1 Western with the early lead. They controlled the front half of that second set. They were up 13-8. And then AOA ripped off about 8 or 9 straight points and really took over the set, ended up winning in extras 26-24.
Looks like the gym may start to get a little bit more exciting.
Oh, yeah. I remember at the end of Western Mumford last season in the consolation, this gym was packed by the end of the second set. I mean, the fandom for Renaissance and Cass is elite, and they're going to be here in full force by the time we get this going. It's going to be a little bit after 7, I think we can predict. I mean, we're going to have to play 4 sets, obviously, since it's tied up, but I'd say about a 7:30, 7:45 start time for our championship.
Yep, and they still got to warm up after the game.
Ruiz trying to shoot that middle with a 2-hand dump. Picked up quickly by Iris Nicasio Rivera. 5-1 Western on top, third set. First touch towards the back. Bringing it up closer, Ruiz. Finally getting it over was Ramirez. Here comes a setup. Yasleen to the corner, out of play.
Just a little long now. It looks like coach with the AOA has made a few changes with their hitters and where they're hitting from this set.
Mayaro with the dig to start off the service. Getting it over, Elisa Torres-Rodriguez, and that's going to be batted into the net by Western. Big point for AOA. They now trail by 4. One of the youngest programs in the PSL, taking Western to the brink. Destiny Finch, the head coach over of Western. 5th season with this squad. She's also garnered a few all-city players. Kenya Zamudio, Melissa Ruiz, and Sherilyn Lucas, all city.
Whenever you have consistency in a coach like that, you're able to train the girls, so you will start having more all-city players.
Tanaya Whitehead, sharp serve towards that back corner, 7-2 Western. Here's a setup from Zamudio. Excuse me, it was a dump instead. Alvarez just tries to muscle it over, can't do it.
Whenever she sends that 2-hand tip, for whatever reason, it just a lot of times makes AOA play out of system.
She got me too, because I thought she was ready to set it, and then immediately at the very last second squared her shoulders towards the net and popped it over. So it's that last second change to fool the defense that has worked. It's been very successful, up 8-2. Trying to take a 2-1 set lead, win this in 4.
Good swing from Kenya Zamudio. Mayaro unable to get it up.
One more time. Running start for Zamudio. Gets on top of the net by a tad and falls right on Aro. I'm sorry. I want to give a big shout out to Sapino Pizzeria, your go-to destination for New York-style pizza. Visit our flagship located in the historic Eastern Market or on Woodward and Milwaukee at our new center location. Come by for a slice at Sapino Pizzeria. Big shout out to them feeding us between matches. I'm going to be able to see Renaissance and Cass later on after the end of Western and AOA, but we got a good one on hand right now. I mean, these are two teams that did fall earlier in the week to the later teams that'll play, but still a lot of talent on the floor and very evenly matched, I'd say. Seven-point lead for Detroit Western. It'll be Tanaya Whitehead on to serve, right to left across your screen.
Yep, let's see if Western continues to increase the lead or what's going to happen if AOA will come back. We had a similar situation in the second set, and AOA came back and was able to win it.
They went on quite the rally.
They definitely did.
Set for Zamudio. She two-hand tips it towards that 10-foot attack line, and this time out of play from Yasleen Nicasio Rivera. Just did not have the hands squared up to get it in play. Key, you mentioned that early on in set one, and it's still paying off here in the third.
Yeah, those are some of the fundamentals when you're playing.
Whitehead gets that to the corner. Alvarez had it for a moment. Now it's Bustamante. Another free ball here for Western to set it up. Zamudio back row hit, and it's sent over. Overpass. Close towards the net. Ruiz. Mayaro is all over it for back-to-back digs.
I think a big difference, too, is the amount of swings that Western is getting as opposed to AOA. Although AOA just got this point, AOA is sending over a lot of free balls and allowing Western to get some good swings on the ball.
They are. We've seen Zamudio come up with a few. Sherilyn Lucas as well. Tanaya Whitehead. They've all been there. And just the amount of attacks they're having as this one goes sky high out of play off the hands of Yasmin Ramirez. It's now a 10-4 lead, but the opportunities that they've had, the success rate is higher than free balls from AOA and hoping that Western makes mistakes.
Definitely.
6-point advantage. Whitehead this time goes deep, out of play. Back-to-back strong attacks from Western that cannot find the line.
Yep, that's about 3 in a row, and they got to be cautious. Although you have a lead, if you're just swinging balls out of bounds, you'll lose that lead. Miss serve from AOA.
That's where the lead starts to widen on the hands of Western.
Yep.
It's been an issue all day for Academy of Americas. They were able to come out with a big second set win, but it's been the service errors that have plagued them all afternoon. Iris will set it up. Getting it over is Elisa Torres Rodriguez.
And Torres Rodriguez has got to swing. She was a big difference maker in that second set. When she started swinging the ball, she's got to find a way to get her body behind it so she can swing.
Western wants a timeout. 11-6 is your score. They've given up a few points on some strong attacks out of play. Give credit to the court vision of Academy of Americas. We'll take a quick break. Be back in 45 seconds here on The Prep from set 3 of our consolation match.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
.6 lead for Detroit Western. AOA to serve. Middle of set 3. Kia Chambers, Tom Cavanaugh here on The Prep. Quick set to the freshman Diesla. Kick back. Whitehead can't get there. And this could be the time AOA goes back on another one of their signature runs.
Yeah, looks like another one of their freshmen, Maria Diesla. She's out there swinging. And as an outside, you got to swing. You don't want to send those free balls over consistently just because you're that person that they're going to go to with those out-of-system balls.
On the service, Elisa Torres Rodriguez. Two-hand dump towards that back corner. She's all over it, is Rodriguez. Getting it over on the free ball, Nicasio Rivera. Now it's back to Zamudio. Another back row hit. This one is good. It's dug out quickly. Well done from Yaslin. Up on the third touch. Couldn't get over, and Western will have it.
Lead stays at 5.
That's all Western needs to do here throughout this third is just play steady volleyball, keep it at a 4 to 5 point range, and you'll be just fine as play continues and the score starts to deepen.
Definitely.
Ruiz cross-court set, gets it to Sherilyn Lucas. That's good. She's continuing to utilize that two-hand tip on the near side short corner.
Yeah, it looks like Kenya told her teammate, hey, try this two-hand tip short. I was getting some points off of it. Now Lucas is, as where she was swinging that deep corner earlier.
Emily Alvarez, first touch. Now over to Yaslin. Western will have it back. Up at the front, Sherilyn Lucas again.
Two-hand tip, and she seems like she's one of the shortest people on the side for Western now, but she has a pretty good jump, and she's able to get that ball while it's above the net.
You would be very correct. Her and Michaela Lucas coming in at 5'2", two shortest girls on this Western team. 14-7, Cowgirls doubling up AOA at the moment. Ruiz tries to send it to that corner. Alvarez over to Diesla. Nice dig out from Tanaya Whitehead. Set up, Diesla again, roll shot. Western trying to be the first of 15. Top spin is in. Yasmin Ramirez.
And I heard some players yelling out, that ball was way in. Sometimes you can't always listen to the players on the bench, and you got to go for it on your own. A lot of court where that ball fell in.
And you love the communication, but at the same time, it's a different vantage point from where you're at in reference to the girls on the floor.
Definitely.
15-7 Detroit Western, looking a lot like set one when they won 25-13. This one's set up. Roll shot towards that corner. May Aro is all over it.
She's been doing a good job digging balls in the back row, whether it's in middle back or left back.
She has. Doesn't get that one as it's Tina Bustamante taking the dig, and Western will come up a little bit short and wide to the right on the far side. Point AOA.
See if AOA has a run in them. Just outside that sideline.
To serve is Bustamante. First touch from Whitehead. Now Ruiz. She gives it over to Ramirez with a little top spin. Back to AOA. May Aro, strong swing, overpass.
Yes, way to be aggressive from AOA.
Maria Diesla. She hammers that one on the overpass. No chance for Western there. 15-9 here in set three.
Their freshmen have got to swing big. Their team depends on them. When they swing, good things happen.
Another overpass from Tanaya Whitehead, and unable to get it over, Iris Nicasio Rivera. I feel like she was a little too far away from the net that time to try to bat that one down. A little bit closer, and it's an easier angle.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of those ones as a setter, you got to tell your hitters to get off the net, and you can set them up on that second contact.
She gets it that time with the left hand. Now May Aro finds that short corner. Tanaya Whitehead sends it towards the back line. Aro again.
A lot of two-hand pushes going on, but the difference between AOAs and Westerns are that AOAs are kind of floating deeper.
What a dig. That one came from Melissa Ruiz. Back over to AOA. Up near the net. Blocked by Tanaya Whitehead. My goodness, what a play.
That's the benefit of being one of the tallest ones on the court. You can penetrate over that net, catch it before it comes over.
We've seen too many short side free balls for AOA today, and Whitehead and the Cowgirls take advantage right there, leading by 8, nearing the end of set 3. There's that two-hand dump to the middle, unable to get it over, and now Whitehead again. That was back and forth in front of the net, nearly a joust, and Whitehead drops it on the corner.
Whitehead has been very aggressive on the net all night long.
She's just commanding her presence there, and it's tough for these Academy of America girls to get anything really past her.
Definitely, especially if it's those tight balls.
Streak comes to an end as there's a service error from Stephanie Salazar and the Cowgirls. Still an 8-point lead. Western trying to take a 2-1 set lead into the fourth. Service towards the middle. Zamudio on that first touch. Now Ruiz sends one to the far side, and it's in play. That's accuracy right there, because a bump set like that, or really just a free ball, she gets it over. That's really tough to be accurate with. I mean, with the two-hand touch, the tip, much easier.
Another missed pass, an ace for Western.
Doubling up the score once again, 20-10.
Seems like the momentum has gone completely out of Academy of Americas. Everything is going Western's way right now.
Whitehead holds off, was ready for the overpass again. That's a service ace for Ruiz, and it's 21-10. And Key, I think there was a long, serious conversation from head coach Destiny Finch on the Western side in between sets 2 and 3. How about Melissa Ruiz right now? Back-to-back service aces. Nobody touches that one.
Yeah. Coach Finch may have told her team to just be comfortable. We've been here before. And to just really forget about that last set. Sometimes you just got to let teams win a set and go back and finish.
You talked about the short memory at the top of our broadcast. That is definitely something they're incorporating right now. Up by 12, trying to finish out set number 3 and move on to 4 to close it. Yasleen Nicasio Rivera leaves it short.
A lot of errors as well. AOA is just making a lot of errors right now.
It's a good setup. Just did not come off the hand clean of Yasleen. And it's now set point. Emily Alvarez shanks it on the first touch. 3 out of the 4 last services from Melissa Ruiz have gone for service aces.
And that's how that second set ended for AOA. 3 out of those last 4 serves were aces. Serving is so important at this level of play.
Diesla gets it over the freshman. Ruiz trying for that corner. It is in! Western takes set number 3. That was impressive. 25-10. Wow.
And they were definitely, this was an aggressive win from them.
Western 1 set away from taking the consolation game here at Wayne State from the PSL Championships. We'll be back for set 4 in a moment.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we're your financial guardian angel. We're here to help you achieve your dreams. A new home, a Catholic education, that business you are working to build. We're here to support the goals of your family, your retirement, and the community that surrounds you. We're here to offer your trusted financial services inspired by Catholic values. And like your guardian angel, we'll always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure, steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
It's a 2-1 set lead for Detroit Western, trying to avenge their loss in this same game last season alongside Kia Chambers, Tom Cavanaugh from the prep here at Wayne State University, the PSL Volleyball Championships.
Starting off the fourth set, Western just took it away that last set. AOA just didn't have an answer for them.
Breaking down the first 3 sets for you, Western took it 25-13 to open up our night. AOA came back 26-24 in a tiebreaker set 2, and it was all Cowgirls in set 3, 25-10. And it's all Cowgirls to start here in 4. Kenya Zamudio, 2-hand tip towards the short corner.
They've been having trouble with that tip all night. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Stand starting to fill up for Cass, Tech, and Renaissance. We'll get you all the details on that game right after this. May Arrow finds the short corner, cross-court kill.
Nice swing from May Arrow. AOA's got to learn, they got to swing. When the set is there, your body's there, just take a swing.
There's Iris Nicasio. And a service ace, clipping off the hands of Stephanie Salazar.
Let's see if they can keep this momentum going.
The AOA really looked their best, obviously in set 2 when they won it, but swinging more often, putting more pressure on Western to allow more errors, and good service. We saw the service much better in set number 2 like we just did there on that point.
Definitely.
Out of play, off the hands of Tina Bustamante, back towards the wall. All tied up at 2.
Western's just starting to find out where AOL girls are not.
Delana Garcia will check in for Western. Coming out is Jimena Arazoko. Emily Alvarez tries to dig it up on the service, out of play. And this is where Western thrived at the end of set 3 to really control it and take it and to open up here. Both teams, their service has been better, but definitely for the Cowgirls.
Yeah, it looks like as long as they focus on their serve and get the ball in, things have been going their way. Another missed third ball over from AOA.
It's a big swing from Bustamante, could not get anything on it. At the conclusion of this, we'll take about 20-25 minutes to have Cass and Renaissance warm up, and then we'll be back for that championship match. How about Sherilyn Lucas, another service ace?
She's doing a great job.
It's been her and Melissa Ruiz that have been very solid, creating service aces all day. Bump set up. It's to Yasleen Nicasio Rivera, playing patty cake on both sides of the net right now. One hand apiece. Finally stays with AOA. Back row hit for Zamudio. Overpass. It's Tanaya Whitehead's turn. Out of play.
Slightly out.
Did not miss by much at all.
Nope. If I was her teammates, though, I'd tell her to keep swinging.
Yeah. As the freshman, Maria Diesla on the serve, and it's going to come up for a point. Academy of Americas cuts it to 1.
And it's still early in the game. We're within the first 10 points of the set. Still a lot of time.
High second touch, just barely getting it over is Salazar. 5-4 is your score, fourth set. And a tip. That was from Zamudio. And unable to get it over is Iris.
Just short of going over the net.
One more time, you had 2 girls going for that second touch, and Nicasio Rivera barely getting a piece of it. But even if that does get over, you got Whitehead and company sitting in front ready to bat that down.
Definitely Whitehead back to serve now.
Roll shot towards the back. Tanaya all over to dig it out. Over the head touch there from Ruiz. Somehow Western gets it over.
It's that cover from her teammate. She was there waiting just in case the ball didn't go over.
Sherilyn Lucas continues to utilize that 2-hand tip on the near side. Once again grabs a point. And since we mentioned it at the end of set 2 when she got that point to go on the run and ultimately Western lost that second set late, since then she's used it 5 or 6 times and it's worked every single time.
Yep. If you find a team's weakness, they have to adjust to it.
Zamudio as well. She's done that same exact thing, and it's caused issues for AOA. Big swing there from Yasleen. Too deep. It's now 8-4. Western once again on top by a crooked number.
Maybe time for AOA to call an early timeout to see where our girls' heads are, to let them know just to not let the game get away from them.
Last time AOA took a timeout, they went on a 10-1 run. 1-2. Beautiful shot from Kenya Zamudio. Again, realizing the blockers are up and tips it right over.
Yep. That left back has got to do a better job of either just staying up for short balls or being ready to run through when they do send that short ball.
Alvarez gets it off the service. That one's over to Elisa Torres Rodriguez. Now back over to Delana Garcia, who just bats at it and gets it over. 5-point lead for Western. Nice dig from Sherilyn Lucas.
And that's a good ball going over the second ball for Ruiz.
Up in the air, Whitehead, another good dig. Going for it now, able to bound it over. That was Regoza. Lucas to Ruiz. Free balls on both sides here on this point.
Oh, you got to swing on those. It's high enough, you can get there.
Back and forth, Zamudio, two-hand to the corner. Is that in play? No. Our line judge.
Oh, looks like they called a touch, so it'll be Western's ball.
Western will take a 10-4 lead. Ooh, just got a piece, yeah. From our angle, it looked like it just grazed the hand of Emily Alvarez, the libero.
Yep, line judge had that touch called for him.
Cass and Renaissance starting to get loose. That'll be next here on the prep. Make sure you click onto our next video here on this same YouTube site to find that video. It's not going to be a rollover from this broadcast. In close to the net, Iris gives it over, and a swing from Yasleen could not get there over the net. 11-4.
They've got to kind of clamp down now. Leads at 7. They got to do something to stop the Western Cowgirls.
Whitehead again, another service ace. Alvarez opens up the shoulder and lets the ball go all the way back to the wall.
Looks like coach is calling the timeout now to see if she can regroup her girls before things get too bad.
AOA is going to want to talk about it. They're down 12-4 here in set 4. We'll step aside briefly for the next 45 and come back here on the prep. 2-1 lead for Western. They're trying to close it out.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Academy of Americas trying to hang on to go to a 5th set. Kia Chambers, Tom Cavanaugh here on the prep from Wayne State University at the PSL Championships. We're in our constellation match here in Western up 12-4, trying to finish it off.
Yep, in the 4th set now, when Western's got a pretty good lead, but coach point for AOA coach. Caught that timeout, Mr. Serve. As a coach, that's basically what you want to do. Alexandra Klein with a good move.
It'll be May Aro now to serve, left to right. Still a wide margin of deficit currently. AOA needs to go on another one of their signature runs. Last time they called a timeout midway through a set was back in the second. They went on one heck of a run. Came back, took a 1-point lead over Western, ultimately won that set 26-24.
Yep. Oh, it's a nice serve.
Melissa Ruiz using cat-like reflexes, just flinching at it with the foot. Service ace.
Unfortunately, it went down before she was able to get it up with her foot. Able to play the ball off any part of your body.
Aro again. Serves from that Wayne State logo. First touch came from Garcia. Now Ruiz with the free ball. Iris will set. Gives it over to her twin. Dug out quickly. Nice play.
Nice swing, and that's what AOA has to do. They got to swing to get Western out of system more.
Last chance there for AOA to put something in play on the third touch. It was high and away. 14-6, set number 4. Western on the doorstep of taking this in 4 and avenging their loss from a year ago in this same consolation match.
Yeah, Western's hungry for a win, especially when you lose the last season. You got pretty much all your girls coming back. You want to make sure that you show them what you're really made of and that you deserve to be here.
There's Kenya Zamudio missing on the two-hand tip, and they played Mumford last year, were swept by Mumford, and that was a team that lost a lot of girls this season. So it's only right for Western, with all the returners that they had, to be in this spot and have a good chance to take home third place.
Definitely.
Trying to go for that corner was Melissa Ruiz. Now Alvarez for AOA's got to get it over. Sherilyn Lucas, first touch. Set it up. And a kill for Delana Garcia on the near side.
Any short balls now, AOA is having a hard time of getting to them.
In the first set, it was everything behind them. And since, you're right, Kia, it's been everything in front and to the right and the left.
Definitely. Those adjustments seem to have been made between the first and second set, but they haven't been able to adapt here in the third and fourth.
Smack serve there from Western. Up by 8. Diving forward as Zamudio cannot get there. That was Jimena Orozco on the service.
And Torres Rodriguez with the kill. One of their freshmen who she started swinging big in the second set, made a difference. She rotates back to serve now.
One of 3 freshmen on the roster, 2 of them playing a ton tonight. And there's a service ace, rather, for AOA. And keep talking about her, she's only getting better throughout the night.
Definitely.
Taps it a few times, now serves under the net. 16-9, and now under 10 points to win this are the Cowgirls.
And let's see how the Cowgirls are. We got a couple subs coming in, seeing if they're able to focus and lock in for these last 9 points, or if they'll allow AOA to get a run and possibly come back in it, because it's happened before.
Fans, stick around. Post-game, we'll have the G-Brand USA G of the game. Kia and I will talk right after the end of the match, and we'll kind of determine who gets that award, and we'll talk to them for a few minutes up here in the booth in between matches. 16-9, Iris sets it up for Maria Diesla. Dug out by Zamudio. Bump set, and the back row hit cannot be found from Stephanie Salazar.
Just wide out to the sideline.
Wanting a timeout now is head coach Destiny Finch and the Cowgirls. They want to kind of cut it off right here. Do not let that rally start to tumble. Finish this out, needing only 9 points to win the match.
Yeah, she's definitely coaching like she wants to win this set. So before they even get a chance of getting a run, she's going to stop them.
Worked out last time, especially between sets 2 and 3. There was a conversation had on that Cowgirls side, and it changed things from a 26-24 loss in the second to a 25-10 win in the third. Fans, make sure you follow us on all social media handles, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at The Prep Sports or at The Prep. Join our sponsorship team today. You can contact us at info@theprepsports.com. If you want to get a broadcast for your selective school or just follow around for Metro Detroit coverage at the high school level, The Prep's where to do it. We got the PSL Championship up next. Cass Tech and Detroit Renaissance, a storied matchup that is had every year in this game, and with the amount of fans that are already piled in here to watch the end of our consolation, we know it's going to be a really good one.
Yep, always is. 2 best teams in the city always hash it out.
16-10 lead for Detroit Western. And a service error from Tina Bustamante inches closer for the Cowgirls.
Lots of coach points for the coaches tonight. A lot of times they've caught timeouts and earned that point right back from the other team missing a serve.
And right back to AOA, service error. That one came from Melissa Ruiz, the senior setter.
We had a lot of service errors within the first set between both teams, and seems like ever since then they kind of cleaned it up, but now they're getting back messy again, starting to miss some more serves.
In the middle of our match, we saw, I think, nearly none in our third set, even our second set as well.
Yep.
Getting it over quickly was Salazar. 7-point lead still for Western. Nice dig, the overpass. May Aro.
Oh, and she goes again.
Oh, she is hyped up after back-to-back bat downs, and she grabs the point.
That's what they got to do. May's one of the tallest girls on AOA, if not the tallest. She has to be aggressive at the net. I understand she's young, but hey, she's been playing for a while, and she has to go up there and be aggressive.
Service error, or ace, I'm sorry. AOA putting together a run much like they did in set 2.
And see, the game's not too far gone for AOA. They got to know that. And I feel like this is the second time that Western has taken a timeout, just at like that one part to stop it, and we got a missed serve from AOA. But they're still only down 6 points, and they can really come back from that very fast.
They're able to get the side out and clean up the service. They had a really good chance.
Lucas is back to serving. Just the way that she served, the way she finished out that third set, that's who you want back there to maintain your lead. You know you'll at least get a good couple serves off of her. As a player, you want to make sure you protect that serve when she's back there. 3 service aces and 4 total serves from Sherilyn towards the end of that. And another point for Western, drops it right in the donut in front of both Bustamante and Alvarez. Yep, another free ball kill, as we like to call it, when you send that free ball over and it goes straight to the ground.
Just got that nasty topspin to really just send it on over and bite down on the floor. Lucas again, this time gets it over towards the back. Iris, the set, two-hand tip, and Tanaya Whitehead cannot bat it back after Yasleen Nicasio Rivera left it short on the net.
Yep, she's swinging at anything that's close and tight to the net.
19-13. Floater between both Salazar and I think that was Zamudio. Neither were able to pick it up. And the timeout for Western. Go ahead.
Up, she calls her second timeout. She's going to finish out this game strong, but hopefully AOA comes out with even more momentum.
Step aside, 19-14. Western leads by 5, trying to finish out the consolation match and get a win that they wanted last year as well against Mumford. This is your home for the Prep.
Take a look at us right now. We are everything that will be. We are an engine of progress that has been forged by generations, driven by the knowledge that each student in every classroom has the potential to be their best self and inspire us all. We are teachers, parents, families, all ready to do our part. We know when students rise, we all rise. We are Detroit Public Schools Community District.
Nearing the end of our match, if Detroit Western can hang on with a 19-14 lead here in the fourth. Got a 2-1 set lead currently, trying to finish this thing right now.
Yeah, 5-point lead for Western, and AOA still in it though. A side out and a couple points in a row.
And Kenya Zamudio right there goes cross court, and that's shot out of bounds. First to 20 are the Cowgirls, and they lead by 6.
Haven't seen Kenya swing a lot today. She's been doing a lot of tipping, but the swing looks good as well.
She's had a few back row hits that have gone for points. Very impressive. She's doing it from all angles right now, making it tough for us to decide on a G-Brand USA G of the game. We'll talk to after. Partial block, top of the net. Diving forward as Lucas can't get there. Still up by 5 of the Cowgirls as AOA grabs the side out.
Yep, just short. Sometimes you got to take an extra step before you sprawl out. Mayara with the serve.
Bumped up to Ruiz. She gets it over. Two-hand tip from Iris. Cannot find the other side of the court. 21-15.
Looks like she tried to just send it right over the tape.
She's had a few of those that she's tried to hit short on and just left it a little bit low. Strong serve. That one came from Zamudio, getting it over as AOA. Set up for Ramirez. Blocked by the net, stays on the western side. They got to get it over. Sherilyn Lucas does. Iris gets it over to her twin sister. They get it over.
Let's see if we can get a swing out of AOA.
They'll have it. Bustamante leaves it deep. 22-15. And AOA's kind of forced into those scenarios at times where they have to go for a swing like this. Now, Bustamante didn't jump for it. Probably not the best opportunity, but because of how that point had gone and the rally of the free balls, somebody's got to create something there and try to go for a kill.
Definitely.
Just like that, dug out by Tanaya Whitehead.
Now we got some swings. Everybody's swinging now. A missed swing by Ramirez into the net.
Still 22-16. Western needs 3 points to take our third place constellation match at Wayne State University. Perfect place for this competition minus the temperature. This is a little deep from Western.
And you always want your player to go all the way back to that back line so that they're able to see whether it's out or in. Great play by Mayaro.
It'll be Yaslin Nicasio Rivera on the service. Western gets it over quick. Iris over to Yaslin to the middle. Western, not the best set there for Zamudio. She gets it over. Great dig from Lucas. Now to the corner is Ruiz. Aro picks it up.
She's doing a great job of running that back line.
She's been all over the floor tonight. Zamudio trying for that back line hit. This is way up in the air near the rafters.
Oh, it hits the ceiling. They're still able to play it out. Way to get that ball under control from coming down from the ceiling. Another dig by Nizasco. And a swing and a miss into the net.
The long rally cannot be completed for Bustamante and AOA. It's now 23-17 on the doorstep of a third place consolation win for head coach Destiny Finch and her Cowgirls.
And at this point, the Western Cowgirls can probably taste the win. 2 points away.
Alvarez, communication issues, gets it over. Sherilyn Lucas being set up for the swing to the middle, dug out by Aro. Alvarez hesitates, it's down. We got match point.
And Lucas has got to feel great. She's been swinging, she's been tipping. She's done a great job today.
Alvarez, she was looking over at Bustamante. Neither of them really went for it. Aro getting it over. What a play from Yaslin. Two-hand tip back to her. Her sister Iris on the set. Tip in, good. Elisa Torres Rodriguez, the freshman, finds a big point to keep this game alive.
Good swing. It seems like we only see her getting a big swing when she's about to go back to serve. They need more production out of her in the front row when she's there, those 3 rotations.
That's perfect. Just got off the fingers of Jimena Orozco. 6-point lead, match point still. Ruiz, short. Western wins. 25-18 in set 4, and the consolation match goes to the Cowgirls.
Western was able to hold on and go ahead and win, beat them in 4.
For a team that was swept in this match last year by Detroit Mumford, they seek revenge and they find it, winning in 4 sets over Academy of Americas. Big win for head coach Destiny Finch in her 5th season with the program. And the Cowgirls once again pick up a much-needed win. After falling to Cass Tech the other day, they bounce back and get a win. And Kia, to be honest, that second set, after the end of 2, it was 1-1. It could have been anybody's match there, and Western really stepped on the gas and controlled it themselves.
Definitely. Western did what they had to do to get that win. AOA wasn't able to come back with another win. Didn't do what they did in the second set ever again to pull out a win.
Got to give a little credit to Academy of Americas as well, being a school starting in 2014, and they pushed Western to nearly the brink, but come up a little bit short. We'll be back for the G-Brand USA G of the Game from Detroit Western after they win in 4 sets here on the Prep at Wayne State in the PSL Championship Constellation match.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
From an ordinary idea comes a great journey. It all starts with a simple thought, a vision of something bigger, greater than what already exists. It's that spark that ignites the passion and drive to create something truly amazing. At G-Brand, we understand this journey well. We take pride in the details and perfecting every aspect of the process, regardless of how small or big they may be. Because it's more than just a design or a shirt. It's about outfitting future champions. There's something to be said about a team coming together, each member contributing their unique skills, talents, and ideas. It's that collective effort that takes a simple idea and turns it into something truly great. The process can be excruciating, with countless hours spent tirelessly reviewing every detail. But the end result is pure and so rewarding, knowing that we've created something that will inspire greatness in those who wear it. Whether they come from a savage land or a booming metropolis, whether their numbers are 2 or 2 billion, the greatest their numbers could ever become is truly to become one. That's why at G-Brand, we're more than just a clothing company. We're a movement, a community of like-minded individuals who believe in the power of coming together to make a difference. So join us on this journey as we strive to outfit future champions and inspire greatness in all that we do. G-Brand. Now that's game.
Every morning when I rise, my dream lives in me. This is my kingdom, a wonder world that's always changing, where great champions stand victorious. Here, we celebrate what makes us different. We share our creativity, and we grow stronger. Preparing for the world we will make together.
I am.
I am.
I am one of Detroit's next legends. It's our time to rise.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Here alongside our G-Brand USA G of the game, a familiar face, Sherilyn Virial-Lucas. You were incredible tonight, Sherilyn.
Thank you so much.
All over the floor. Talk to me just to start. That second set, I know you guys didn't win set two, but towards the end there, you started to find that two-hand tip on the short corner, and you utilized it throughout the rest of the match. Was that working for you today? Because that was something that was very successful.
Yes, it was. It's one of like the best. Not the best things, well, it's kind of the best things like of me doing, like to trick the players, like just acting like if I'm going to push it on the other side of the court. Yeah.
It was very impressive because at first you were swinging really well trying to shoot for that back corner, but then you started to read the defense a little better and you found that short corner spot and it worked to perfection because, I mean, winning in 4 sets, we take it back to last year. You guys played Mumford in this same consolation game. Did not come out with the win. You were swept 3-0, and being able to come up here, win in 4 sets, take 3rd place, huge for you and head coach Finch and the rest of your group.
Yes, definitely. I am so proud of my team.
It was a lot of fun to watch, especially just being on to call last year's game and then see you guys really thrive. So many returners on this team.
Oh, yes.
No freshmen, really. It's your senior year, so it's awesome for you to go out with a bang.
Yes.
And we've seen you on here as well, being our G of the game when you guys took care of Cass Tech at the end of last season in the spring for girls soccer. So a couple PSL wins for you over the last couple of years.
Yes.
Yeah. Just going forward, obviously your senior year, end of it, looking forward towards soccer season. What's the goal to finish things out?
Well, the goal is to just give it my all. Just give my all and volleyball, like to finish it off, and soccer coming up. Yeah, I'm going to give it my all.
And district's coming up as well,
yes.
So you guys got to take it to them as well. How do you guys look forward to that?
We are actually very excited. I feel like my team and I can go further than we did last year. Again, I'm so proud of my team, and I am so proud of like the journey that we had and the progress and just the bonding.
Sherilyn, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Another familiar face, Sherilyn Virial-Lucas, had an incredible game today for Detroit Western as they took care of Academy of Americas in 4 sets. Detroit Western got it done in 4. Take a look at a few of the highlights tonight. Sherilyn Virial-Lucas was the star along with many others. Tanaya Whitehead had some big plays. Stephanie Salazar. How about Whitehead in the middle right there? Academy of Americas, they stood tall in the second, won it in a tiebreaker. Number 3 was on fire along with number 4, Sherilyn Lucas. And give credit to both Melissa Ruiz, Yasmin Ramirez, and Kenya Zamudio, who had some big plays down the stretch. That's going to do it for us here on the prep for our consolation game. In 20-25 minutes, we will be back for the championship between Renaissance and Cass Tech.